Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening, I'm glad you're here. Take a quick second to shout out and thank all the channel members. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you more than you know. And then take a second to welcome you if you're stopping by and you haven't had a chance yet. If you please hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon, it would really help me out. Lastly, if you're over on Instagram, feel free to connect with me over there. Drop me a DM, let me know that you connected with me, and I will follow you back and we can start communicating on IG as well. I post pocket dumps, some reels, some other stuff over there, a little bit different content. But today is probably trying to think how to phrase this. This would be one of the top three surprises for me, which rhymes, in 2023. This is the Kunwu Padre. The Kunwu Padre is, guys, I'm going to get it short in case you just want to turn the video off. It's a amazing knife. Um, I came across this knife very fate driven wise. I happened to be looking around on NAF sale, and you guys might have seen this knife on NAF sale for about 45 minutes too. It was on there, it was in a sealed box. The guy I talked to via messages had bought two. He bought the satin and he bought the Stonewash. When he opened the satin, I can understand why, because if he'd opened this one first, I have a feeling he would have, it's just so good that he would have stuck with this one and sold the other one. But anyway, I had not planned to get a Padre. I'd been very taken by the look of the Padre. I've heard all the elephant in the room stories about what the front end of the knife looks like. And sure, the handle's totally different. Um, Kunwu, I have been a fan of for since I got into the knife game. I think that's kind of thanks to Lefty EDC. He made me aware of the Tau, which from the Tau, I learned about the X Tau, which I like much less, and I'll tell you why. And then from there, I picked up the Padre, which is a fantastic shape. It's a little bit of an improvement over the X Tau. And what I mean by that is Kunwu, to me, does an amazing job with detents. Now, this is probably one of the smoothest axis locks or bar style locks that you'll come into contact with. But to me personally, and I put the heavy springs in this one, it doesn't have a lot of oomph. It's just kind of like just a more of a light detent, right? Love these knives, love these knives, love these knives. But I was so happy to see the Padre because I like the form factor so much. I was very impressed to see that it was coming out in a frame lock. So this is the diamond titanium. I'm not sure how many different variations this is in, guys. I will put a link to Kunwu's website in the description since I picked this up at NAF sale and there won't be a listing to get you a lot of information. But this knife is a front flipper. So the main deployment, which you guys know I hate front flippers, but this is a front flipper deployment knife. And it works probably as well as any front flipper I've come in contact with. It's a combination of the way that this edge is chamfered here and the way that this blade and this friction point are right here at the top of the pivot. So literally all you do is give it a little flick and it flies out. It is drop shutty, dangerously so, because it does fall. If you keep your finger up towards the top, you'll fall in the choil, but most of us don't. I usually reach for it down here, and then I'll move my hand because that's where you just kind of naturally want to go for it. The lock bar access, if there was any gripe I was going to give this knife or any improvement, I would say for the Padre version 2 would be to give a little bit more milling here to get this lock bar, better access. It's milled on both sides. There's absolutely no problem just going straight for it. I have no problem getting to it. It's just when you want to point out something that's not right, that could be improved upon. But guys, it's VANAX super clean steel. It's Stonewash, Stonewashed handles, Stonewash blade. I absolutely love the way it looks. To me, it's just kind of muted elegance. It is, let me get a piece of my copy paper that was sent in by a viewer, one of our brothers from another mother. Watch this. More importantly, listen to that. Oh, I ripped it. But the Kunwu Padre, guys, is as slicey as my TRMs. We'll get some dimensions here in a little bit when we get some, but I just love to cut with it. I can't wait to go break down a bunch of cardboard with it. Uh-oh. And look how it just grabs into the paper. When you do those little small cuts, watch how it just grabs into it. It is very, very sharp, very good edge from the factory. The grinds are even on it. I've been amazed by that. I'm really glad that it's stonewashed because I've been carrying this knife every day and the clip's been getting some serious abuse. I love the way they did the clip. The clip sticks out to give you plenty of room to get it in and out of your pocket. You've got this little lanyard loop here for the lanyard lovers, and I think it's great they put that in there. The clip is reversible, it looks like. But guys, the Kunwu Padre is, again, one of my top surprises in 2023. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons because it's not a small knife. Look at it next to our Cold Steel VANAX for size comparisons. And our little Civivi Baby Banter. It's bigger than the Baby Banter. It's going to be smaller than the VANAX. Let's look at it with the Benchmade bug out. If I could get it open. Wow, I went all spastic for some reason on that. So it's much longer than the Benchmade bug out. Pull out our Paramilitary 2. And it's going to come just a smidge under the Para 2. So a full-size knife, in my opinion. And the ergos, guys, are to absolutely die for. I mean, you've got this grip back here, but I tend to get material in the choil here. I love this grip. Choking up grip, works perfectly. Look how far this plunge grind is on this sharpening choil. That is how you do a sharpening choil. I love the fact that you've got these sharp areas in the blade cut out because it makes it easy to deploy from really anywhere your finger happens to land. Or if you're a front flipper, it just sticks up and makes it very, very easy. Let's get some dimensions on this, guys, for you real quick. Sorry to just ramble, guys, but I have been blown away by this knife, and I can say it gets the absolute seal of approval. I recommend it. It is under 8 1/4, but right over 8 inches, and our blade is going to be 3 1/4. Our cutting edge is going to come in at 3 inches. Our handle is going to come in at 4.5. The grip that I love gives me 4.5 inches. So that's 4.5 inches from right here to right here. Plenty of room, I think, for anybody's hand. And the clip is very comfortable. I don't feel the clip in my hand. Now, I've not processed a ton of cardboard yet, but I have done a lot of cutting with it. Our blade stock on this VANAX up here. Uh-oh, I'm on millimeters. Hold on. There we go. All right, got it to inches finally. 0.1450, and then behind the edge here, right above the sharpening bevel. Oops, I lost it. .0015, 15 thousandths. Is that what that means? And then our handle width, I'm thinking is about a half an inch. 0.56. Well, 0.54. Just a really, really well done knife, guys. And let's do a real quick, since we've got a scale here, because it's not a light knife. It is titanium. There's a lot of weight relief. Let's see if I can get this for you. You can see that weight relief on the show side. Hopefully you can. Well, let me move this. Maybe you can't see it. See that weight relief in there? But it feels like a substantial knife to me, which is a good thing. It does not feel like a light knife. I have a light knife coming in tomorrow that I'm really excited about. Can't wait to do the unboxing of that. If you guys hit that subscribe button and that bell notification, you will be notified when I do that unboxing. And it helps the channel out. So the Kunwu Padre comes in at 5.20 ounces, which to me, guys, I've been carrying this knife every single day in my right pocket as my primary carry. And I'm telling you guys, it is very, very, very good. It is one of my top knives right now that I'm carrying. I'm going to do a top 10 of like all my knives, both domestic and imported, coming up here pretty soon. But I'm going to let this one live in my pocket for a little while longer to make sure I'm not just in a honeymoon phase. But I can say without a shadow of a doubt, knowing Kunwu and having many different specimens of Kunwu, that this is a fantastic Kunwu. And I know without a shadow of a doubt that I could recommend this Kunwu to any one of my friends. A, you'd love the knife. B, if for some weird reason you don't, you can sell it. And if it's satin, hit me up. But anyway, it's just that good, guys. Compared to everything else from Kunwu, it is absolutely that good. I'm going to take it apart, see what type of skiffs, what size it uses. I ordered a bunch of skiffs yesterday, I think it was. And I think it's going to be the same size. I think these pivots were the same size, but we'll see. But guys, the Kunwu Padre, an absolute winner. I'm so glad you guys stopped by to learn about it. I hope that you found it somewhat informative. I want to thank you all for coming by. I appreciate that more than you know. It means everything to me. It humbles me that anybody watches the videos, so I really do appreciate it. And all I ask is that you please look out for that guy or gal to your left. Please look out for that guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.